Hello, Aries. I hope that you guys are doing well. Welcome to your reading. Today, we are going to talk about the person on your mind and why they think that you are attractive. Now, if this reading resonates with you, make sure that you leave me a comment down below. And also, if you want to book a personal, you can do so on my website at violettaalexis.com. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, show me the person on Aries' mind and why they find Aries attractive. Show me the person on Aries' mind and why they find Aries attractive. The Strength reversed. It's interesting because it's as if this person sees through some kind of facade that you may uphold. And what I mean by facade is where maybe you try to keep it all together all the time. Maybe you try to hold back. Maybe you are very stoic and you try to tough things out. But they see behind that, they see a sense of softness, the Hierophant reversed. This is somebody who feels like even in your weakest moments, you can be incredibly headstrong. I think that they probably find that attractive because they probably ask themselves, where the hell does Aries get all of the energy to do that? The Magician, an incredibly powerful person, once again, even in your weakest moments. And this is somebody who feels like despite your circumstances, you have the talents, gifts, skills, and abilities to pull yourself out of anything and or anywhere and to get yourself into anything and or anywhere. So there's this energy of having weaknesses just like everybody else and maybe not always being fully confident all the time, but regardless of how strong you try to show people or regardless of the wall that you may put up, they see right through it. And I think that they find it almost admirable that you can do that, that you can take a situation where you're feeling weak or take this situation where you feel like the world is on your shoulders and you can keep it all together. Now, while they may feel as though you have weaknesses, they feel like it's your mind that is the strongest point. So with the Magician, it's Mercury, right? It's Gemini and Virgo. This is the power of the mind, but it's also having the power of all of the elements. So water, fire, earth, air, all of those things. This person may feel like you have the gift of gab. They may feel like you are really great at working out, or you're somebody who maybe will fight for others, or maybe you have some very unconventional beliefs that you're not afraid to show people. So there's something that's very different about you in that respect. Tell me about that Strength reversed for the way this person finds Aries attractive. Okay. The Six of Pentacles. Oh. Even when you don't have it to give, they still feel like you do. Even when you maybe have $10, you'll give someone 9. You'll give people the shirt off of your back. And that's attractive. It's more attractive sometimes than, having great boobs, or it's more attractive than having a bunch of money. It's somebody who can be very selfless like that, even in their weakest moments, or when they're not feeling their best, or when they're not 100%. That's attractive to people because it's a character trait. Tell me about that Hierophant reversed. The Chariot. Yeah, it's like you keep going even when you hit a wall, because it's really about courage. I think as well, like that Hierophant is making me think of where somebody goes against the grain, um, that tries to veer away from like traditional norms, for instance. So this person feels like you try to break the mold, or you do break the mold, regardless of what path may have been carved out for you. If you are not interested in that, if that's not something that's authentic to you, they feel like you're not going to do it. Tell me about that Magician. The Six of Cups reversed. I'm getting this energy of you guys discovering a talent that you still have now, but you discovering it maybe in childhood. Okay. it's interesting because the Six of Cups reverse can also represent kind of like a pipe dream or like a dream that, you know, something that you wish you could have been since you were a kid, or something that you really desire. And it can be a little childlike. And not everybody can do that. Not everybody can take their dreams and make them into something, but this person feels like you can. This person feels like, despite your circumstances or despite whatever has happened, like if you wanted to do something with your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities, something that you've had since you were young, you can do it. So let's go ahead and see the specific thing that reels this person into Aries. The Ace of Pentacles. Because they feel like what you have to offer isn't just something monotonous, or isn't just something that's going to be there today and going to be gone tomorrow. They feel like you have something of substance and you're willing to actually put in the work. The Ace of Pentacles is, to me, the hardest out of all of the pentacles, because in traditional Rider-Waite tarot, if you look in the on the card, in the back there are like these big mountains, and it's saying like, hey, this isn't going to be easy. Like, this is going to be a lot of work. And so to me, this is somebody who feels like you have what it takes to plant the seeds to something that they want to grow. So for instance, maybe this person really wants to own a business with their partner one day, and they look at you and they're like, Aries has what it takes to be able to help me build my business, to be able to work on a team with Aries, to be able to conquer something, to be able to move to something more elevated. So there's a lot of beauty in that. The Eight of Pentacles reverse. Huh. The Queen of Pentacles. This person feels like you get bored easily. This is a lot of pentacle energy. And that's what hooks this person in, because there's something about a level of comfort that maybe you've already obtained that this person sees. But they also feel like you're either bored in your work, or there's something that you really want to change. And I think that they know that, because I was kind of catching that on the Hierophant reverse and that Magician. Is I'm like, okay, Aries has some talents, gifts, skills, or abilities that maybe are a little unconventional or different, something like that. And maybe this person sees you as somebody who is limiting their potential based on what they're doing right now in the moment. So for instance, let's say that you are an incredible writer, but you know, you are a cashier at Walmart. Okay. Nothing wrong with being a cashier at Walmart. Nothing wrong with that. But they're like, you should be writing, you know, or maybe you're a really great painter. You should be painting. And they look at you like you're kind of, you have all of this potential in the world, but you're kind of suppressing it, or you're just kind of going about the motions. So I guess it is a sense of monotony, because they feel like you're blocking yourself from something more with that Eight of Wands reversed and the Three of Wands. Let's see here. Tell me about that Ace of Pentacles. Because they look at you like you could be a great wife or a husband, or maybe you are somebody who, once again, is a very good business person. Page of Swords. This person loves your ideas. They love how you think. They feel like you can take really great ideas and ground them into reality. But then they also feel like there's something about you where you get stuck on doing the same thing instead of actually opening up your mind to your actual potential. Tell me about that Eight of Pentacles reversed. The Two of Cups, but they understand that. There's something about you, like you guys had a conversation, or this person maybe intuits it, but with you and not living up to your full potential, okay? This person understands something about that. They understand why that is. It's like they don't hold it against you. They get it. They may feel like you have some regrets from the past that still hold you back, or just some past issues that kind of weigh you down. Tell me about that Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is an incredibly hard worker. The Hermit reverse. They feel like you're highly intelligent, very self-aware, maybe so self-aware or so intuitive that you can get paranoid sometimes, right? Picking up on stuff that maybe isn't always there. So let's see what makes you different to this person. What makes Aries different from everybody else to this person? King of Pentacles reversed. Excuse me with this obnoxious ass water bottle. King of Pentacles reversed, okay. The Seven of Wands reversed. And the Knight of Swords reversed. For some of you, if this is somebody who is either used to getting used or maybe even using others, if this is somebody who is usually very defensive, or if this is somebody who's maybe incredibly headstrong, really possessive, or, just stubborn, I think that you maybe, I don't even know if I want to, soften doesn't feel like the right word. It's almost like you incite this passiveness within them. Because there's some kind of authority that this person sees you having, and the way that you carry yourself in regards to what your potential is, your talents are, etc. And there's something that makes this person back down. Like if this is somebody who's usually very argumentative or very kind of hardcore with other people or dominant or something like that, this person feels like you make them a little insecure, and they end up taking on kind of more of like a passive approach to you in some way. And I think it's because of intimidation. Now, even if they don't take on a passive approach per se, this is somebody who feels naturally intimidated by you because you trigger some kind of inconsistencies or insecurities within them. Maybe totally unintentional, maybe not, but it's there. Tell me about that King of Pentacles reverse. The Queen of Wands, I'm telling you, there's some kind of authority that you have. I tried to tell you that with that Queen of Wands. There's some kind of authority that you have. Where it's like, maybe if it's even this. Maybe every time this person walks in a room, everybody pays attention and everybody's like, "Oh my God." But when you guys walk into a room, the attention is on you, for instance. So there's some kind of authority that they feel like you have when presenting yourself that they are not used to with other people. They may be used to getting the attention or something like that. I say this person may even be a little jealous of you. Tell me about that Seven of Wands reverse. Like there's something that they feel that they can't compete with. Queen of Swords reverse. There, like I said, it's intimidation. Give me one more on that Seven of Wands reverse. The Eight of Cups. You may have had arguments with this person where you just go ghost and you decide not to respond or react. Okay. So for my more like chill Aries, all right, some of you may have gotten into it with this person before where you basically read this person the riot act and you snapped on them and you dipped out. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you do that with people and they're afraid that you're going to do that to them. Okay. For others of you, it can be that you just decide, like when you feel like somebody is pressing up against you, or when you feel like things are going weird, or you feel some kind of disrespect, you may decide to completely cut off communication. And you've either done that with them or they've seen you do that with others, and they try to refrain from having that happen to them, essentially. Nine of Pentacles on that Knight of Swords reverse, because there's an independence. Once again, it's an independence and it's an inner authority that you carry. It's very my way or the highway. You're not afraid to talk about unconventional, abnormal beliefs or whatever it is. Like there's something very non-traditional, carving my own path vibe about you. And that can be intimidating to people. So let's see what this person actually wants with you. What does this person actually want with Aries? What does this person want with Aries? The Empress reversed. So I'm going to be honest, right? I think that for some of you, if you are a feminine, okay, this may be somebody who doesn't always want you to see your worth, because then that challenges your guys' connection or your guys' relationship. This may be somebody who wants you to fawn over them. This may be somebody who wants you to feel like you have to try too hard in order to get their attention if this is a toxic person, okay? If this is not a toxic person, then this person may want you to see how much you are actually worth. Okay, hold on, let me see. The sun, the moon. Whoa. The sun and the moon. So, if this is not a toxic person, I feel like this is somebody who wants you to see your worth, who wants you to see how beautiful you are, how confident you are, or how confident you can be. This person wants honest to God connectedness. Okay. The moon is Pisces. The moon is about our emotions as well. So this can be somebody who wants that deep, visceral, emotional connection between the two of you, even if they fear it. This is somebody who, okay, I heard that for some of you, you call this person out a lot. Okay. I think that this person, although it may intimidate them, I think that they genuinely enjoy that about you. Maybe not a lot of people do that with them. Again, I'm getting something about the way you treat this person is something that they're not used to. Like, it almost as if they had some kind of authority with other people, but with you, it's not like that. It's something different. I want to see that Empress. You make this person really happy. The Nine of Cups. I do think that this person gets a little insecure though. Like when it comes to you and putting the focus on yourself and doing what it is that you want, I feel like there's a frustration about that. And I think it could be because this person is used to being needed, or this person is used to getting attention, maybe something like that. And I think that they just have some insecurities around that. But they want to make you happy. They do want to make you happy. The Four of Cups, but I feel like they don't really know how to do that all the time. It's almost like this person may feel like you outshine them sometimes, and they feel some kind of way about that. And it's almost like they get stuck on this fence of like wanting you to be healthier, happier, wanting you to be very confident. And there's this other kind of, I don't want to say evil, but the shadow side of them where they're like, oh, I wish Aries wasn't so confident, da, 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 right? And really, what if that is the case? Okay, if that is your connection, then I think this person is being challenged to step up and become better or be better, or find their confidence not through codependence, but through that sense of my person can be a whole person, and then I can be a whole person, and we can come together as whole people and blah, 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 right? Instead of, needing to, Seven of Wands reversed again. There's that intimidation. Because there's such a confident, maybe femininity about you, or just confidence in general. And I think this person is afraid that affects them in some way. Because I think they're afraid of rejection, or they're afraid of you not needing them. It's something like that. Oh, bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius energy. And then we have house 7. So, I mean, sometimes all you can do is love people, And I think with that new moon in Aquarius, Aquarius always reminds me of friendships, because in traditional astrology, it has relations to the 11th house, which is about friends, groups, communities. And friendships can be highly beneficial. And when you're able to build a friendship with someone, there is that sense of respect there, or certainly can be, right? And then if you work up into a romantic relationship, it can become very different. So even if you've been married to this person for 10 years, it's this sense of work on the friendship, focus on the friendship, you know? And I feel like with that house 7, then your relationship will get stronger because of that. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a great read, Aries. It really is. I just think that this person may be a little intimidated by your independence, or your confidence a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on my website at violettaalexis.com. If you're into creative writing and poetry, you can follow me at Where Dead Flowers Bloom. That is my Instagram and my YouTube. Thanks a lot, and the best of luck to you. Bye for now.